got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Big hold of the 30. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 81 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 27, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's complete to Brown, right side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
You got your pajamas for tomorrow?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. That's out to the left and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9.
56. Mike.
Hey, alert!
On the carry, it's Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Goal to go.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They run, Chubb, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Chubb on the counter, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
His hands are too slick.
Yeah, go potty. Take your hair down.
Oh, yeah.
Don't rip it out.
I went potty.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still,
No yardage.
Yeah, what is 292? Mr. Party, and tomorrow is the first day.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
7.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. 30, past the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Dancing to his left. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
On down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is to get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Hunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A spin, shreds the tackle. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive.
He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, 82 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Lining up for the extra point.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready you the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's complete right around the 8. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37th. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cleveland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles...
Down in my blood. So make sure the niggas pay. You take the red ball. Sounds like you can touch his dick. Oh, you didn't. Who did? You looked in his face, told everything was gonna be alright. You fucking out, I've been pushed back. They were behind missing shipment of weapons. The guy to go down there, man. You take everything from me here till I get back. If I can get these people killed, they'll make them kill us. Exactly this game to get rich, right? The fuck else you need? It's not just about what I need. Reed Thompson is CIA. Dean Franklin in his pocket. Things be all in his pocket.
Should I tell them the shelter is being funded by your son's direct money? I've got proof of everything. I've also got proof about who's really behind it. Tell me what you know, and I'll spare your family. What did you do with the body?
Hanson Nelson called it in.
Well, hold on. The cops was at the club.
She said Arm's out of town. She just runs the place, so no shit. It's pretty much close to the truth.
All them keys.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's all good.
All good, except for Scully dropping by.
Plan was 2 years. We talked about this. And if you believe that and you're drinking a Kool-Aid, what are you going to do? I want him to walk away. I'm not abandoning my son again. If you can get Franklin to agree, we'll be out. But if not, listen to me.
Men have been doing comedy for longer because women were expected to stay home, have children, and then die.
We are socialized not to say the things that we want to say.
She's angry, she's hysterical, difficult, bitchy, diva.
Advised. Reaching the share. Well, as much as I'm a great believer in the medicinal qualities of the coconut plant, can't say I endorse this as a method of coping. I'm not resisting coping. Maybe I'm just doing my best to hobby ambition. It's not an easy job what we do. What we do. It wasn't that much different than you once remember. I recall a time when I used to work with a certain government agency in Israel. I experienced occupational burnout. Then in 72, I really messed up. 72? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You put the bomb on the board? The memoirs of Che Guevara. Fabulous to blame. Made to look incompetent. International condemnation. Someone was pretty damn impressed. Not my superiors. He distanced himself from me. The writing was on the wall. It was over. Just refused to quit. I put myself through so much unnecessary anguish. I should have just walked away. So what was the last straw? They told me, honestly. It was up to me to choose. Which way I left? Walking over. this nigga dead body?
Ain't no holes around here. They hit you and your sister put on the same crew. Duh. $5 grand for Leon, right? Don't act dumb now. Your sister put that shit out on the street. Now we about to get paid.
Cause you bitch is stupid. That ain't Leon. Take this shit and get the fuck out of here.
No. We done a lot of work to set this motherfucker up and truck him. Yeah, I broke my nails putting him in the trunk. So. Come on. How about $4 grand? Okay. $3 grand. We got babysitters for this. 500?
Get the fuck out of here.
Franklin gone for the day.
I ain't here for him. What's wrong? Look, I got a problem with an OJ. I know you came up with them type of niggas. Yeah, they looked out for me when I first got here.
It was a while back.
Well, I figure you know a way around them dealing with this and they money being me out. Gang banging a lot more than just money and colors for OG. It's about community. Respect. This shit ain't Sesame Street. What am I supposed to do? Wrap this shit in a box and hand it to him? That back pay moving just overhead to his niggas, right? Yeah. He made sure everybody there, they got what they needed. Made them feel like they was taken care of. That's your job now. You gotta show them you're serious. Alright? You go check. Okay?
You really think this is a good time to be spending hours in the project?
You got bodies dropping here. I feel like it's dangerous anywhere I go.
They got a bullseye on me.
Didn't you say we need to do business and serve the goddamn CIA, man? Unless you want to go to the projects and straighten the shit out yourself.
Black Diamond and Dallas are good people. You should have paid them.
Don't you realize dummies like that gonna bring you anybody that look like one of the saints? First you out here gutting niggas like you crazy, now you looking to get any old body killed. What are you thinking, dude?
I'm thinking about my daughter. And I wouldn't even have to do none of this shit had you brought me Leon in the first
Look, I'm
fucking
gonna
place.
tell you one more time, alright? I'm doing this my way. Now I already got stuff in motion. I don't need you messing it up.
Well, it'll take a little bit of time to call for hit, so might want to hurry your way doing shit.
Fuck out of here. Please. You protect my family. This is only about exposing the CIA. Is that clear?
If you agree to be totally on the record and not hold anything back, I promise.
Nobody is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
I came for the show.
You will love every second of it. And you'll want to see it again. Nobody. Rated R. In theaters now. On demand April 16th.
Lizzie, the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C. It just hits different.
being so lady? That's the proper term to call him, sure.
I don't know, but if you got something to say, spit it the fuck out.
Okay, but first, if it's something that might could help, you think maybe we could do it?
I know you ain't come up here asking for no job.
I'm clean, Lee, and I'm gonna stay that way. I need some money.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here.
You know what?
Just get the fuck out of here. You said you wasn't gonna do no business. You see any nigga?
Hey, you Big D, all right? Pearl. I'm paying Chester and Weston. Chris Dickinson people, right? Yeah. It's about 350.
Four plates, nigga. Yeah, niggas ain't them my folks.
Had you paid for Mr. Olympia and shit. Still trying?
Nothing the office ain't out on the rules. Went to jail. How you know this nigga?
We in the game together, partners. Sorry about your cousin. I'm gonna pay for the funeral. Take care of them niggas too. I promise you that.
As long as your business. I'm gonna tell you my business.
I saw you.
You good or the overhead good?
You pay you double right now. Gonna come as a soldier.
Starting as folks got you.
Lord.
Feed smart stuff. What's 123,048 times 324?
39,867,552.
Look, I need more than a human calculator. Do right by us and you have it. We die for ours. Something happening to them. Something happening to you.
Does he? Come on now.
Come on, go ahead.
You really want?
Hey, Mom.
Treat yourself. You deserve it.
Yeah, I do.
So, what's up?
Well, I had a long talk with Ponte this time. He wants to bring us in on 2 commercial towers in one shot.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Did he just call out the blue with that song?
I did what you suggested. I forgave the church rituals.
Yeah, see? It's great. Did you ever think you'd be in a position to get away $250,000?
No.
That's beautiful. Come on, let me sign this. So you really do live near the shelter? How long have you been here?
All my life. This is my parents' house. I have more questions and need to clarify a few things that
Okay.
Ethan and I just recently got in Buenos Aires. We're having in absentia trial for Jerusalem next month. I have a lot more freedom in pursuit. Hello, darling.
can you you. As I said on the phone, I am terribly sorry for the error.
There's no error. It was a theft of $15 million. Just call it an error.
Listen, there's been progress.
There's been progress. There's been progress. I'm sure there has been. I mean, especially once you heard we were coming down here, right?
Our security forensic team tracked the transfers. Discovered it was one of our employees. He made it look as if the escrow transfer went to Lebanon, but was instead diverted to a winner, multiple accounts around the world. That's an internal matter.
Well, no, it's my money.
We transferred 15 million US into your account. For all intents and purposes, this matter is resolved.
It makes no sense, actually. What, so if he stole the money, why does he stick around?
He runs, he's obviously guilty. He thought he could hide the transfers. Stay above suspicion.
I'll speak to him personally.
We have our own enforcement team, working with Panamanian authorities. I want to track more of these transfers before taking him in.
Authorities, what's his name?
I am sorry. No. No se puede.
Supposed to say you left deposit. I was thinking. I just want you to know that what I did for all of us.
I had never understood sexism until I got into the comedy scene. I still have Facebook messages from like 2010. Like,
Your discretion advised. We gotta be a unit now, yeah? I ain't none of y'all little niggas daddy. So if you're all scheduled, you're missing money, that's your ass. There's gonna be some times when you gotta get your hands dirty. You stay ready. You have to get ready.
Cookout's got rats, but we good.
I'll hold these corners up by the night. Get ready.
Where the nerdy nigga at?
Thick shit.
Come on. Let's go with Paul. You do it. Right? You think I
The fuck?
can help you, sweetheart?
5,000 on your head, dead or alive. Gonna need that.
Okay, nigga. How you gonna collect when you dead?
Please. My mama didn't go up the pipe. My sister's hungry. The water's off.
If you need anything, fucking ask.
What the fuck else you know about this bounty? the escrow account like with nothing on it? What else? Any blacklists? Any connection with the same needs to the KGB? Figure it myself, just give me the address. Listen. Don't do what I think you're going to do. It's going to be all right. Listen to me. Hey. No, thank you. I have an early morning tomorrow.
Just wanted you to hear it from me before we publish. This is the one, Henry. The story I've been chasing all these years.
Well done. Congratulations.
Wow. Take it easy. Not sure I can handle all this enthusiasm.
I know how hard you've worked. But I also know how deeply your anger runs.
My anger.
What the government did to you and your family.
And to yours. What they've done to people like us for generations.
Yes, which is why I'm also afraid of what they do to us if you expose these kinds of secrets.
I don't know. But we're not married anymore, and our daughter lives across the country and won't speak to me, so my guess is whatever happens to me, you'll be fine.
No, Irene. If something happens to you, we won't be fine.
I know what I'm doing. I can take care of myself. I brought you here to celebrate, for Christ's sake.
Okay, I'm sorry. I look forward to reading it.
No, I'm sorry. Of course, I appreciate your concern. You're just looking out for me. I know I work too much. I know it hurt our marriage. I know I wasn't the best mom. But this is why.
I hear you. I do. I hope it goes the way you want.
A brownie. Oh, who?
Anybody connected to the court?
Who we got to thank for that? Loving man, William Scully.
Probably. Shit motherfuckers couldn't get us, so they had to pay.
How are we supposed to run a business with a fucking bounty on our hands? And now we gotta worry about some motherfucker trying to shoot us every time we walk out the fucking door?
I was already worried about that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I swear to God, follow behind you dumb motherfuckers is gonna be the death of you.
We can't go spinning off the rails now. All right? We gotta stick together. What? What's wrong? I need to talk to you. Did you steal my money? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Quién eres? Your career's wrong. And you work for Banco de Panama. What? I don't understand. You work for Banco de Panama. I just need to know if you stole my money. I didn't steal anything. You didn't steal my money? I don't know what you're talking about.
tell Mom she must be mistaken. Look, there's no way you'd actually go off and do something this reckless or stupid without coming to me first. I'm sorry. What do you need to know? Well, the story was gonna break. At least this way the CIA takes the fall and we get out tape. And how the hell are you gonna do that, huh? Run and hide from the damn CIA? South Dakota in Cuba right now, protected and safe. What about Jerome, Louie, and Leon? You wanna take everybody to fucking Cuba? If I have to, yeah. Maybe it won't come to that. Maybe there's something we can do to stop it. Oh, yeah, that's right, Mama, that's right. Because of the report, we can't stop it. The story's already out there. How you think she got to me? She. Oh, so it's a woman. Too many people know, Franklin. It's only a matter of time. At least this way we're ahead of it. I'm not moving to fucking Cuba looking over my damn shoulder. This is my fucking home. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't even know his real name. No, if this story gets out, then we all fucks. Please, come on, just tell me what it is. Don't be so naive. Tell me your fucking name. Wait a minute. What, you gonna shoot me? Like you did Andre? Think about what we've been through. We have survived massacres in Africa, enslavement, the Middle Passage. We survived Reconstruction, Jim Crow, lynchings, and the ruthless oppression that still continues to this day. But I don't know if we can survive this. This systematic poisoning of our people by the government. And by you, son. You are killing us all. Don't you see that? Don't ever call me son again. We see through a glass darkly. Hold your shit. You should leave. And then face to face. Out. Sissy. Leave out. Face the truth. Alton, get the fuck out of here! Now! Before. Next day, fix on Willow. Your description advised. Lies makes any fucking sense. Why did you target me? Why didn't you just take the money and run? I don't understand. Who the fuck are you? Tell me about the truth. I don't know anything. Maybe the truth. I don't know much. I don't have a lot of time to sit here and play this whatever this fucking game is with you, huh? I am a banker. Yeah. I am an international account. You trying to smoke me out? Answer me. You have full up. You double cross. Huh? That's what I don't understand any of this. Did you ever hear of tormented Toku? It's 14th century. They used it in the Inquisition. And then the British used it among the Arabs and the Jews in Palestine.
maybe I can help you.
I'll help with this. Start with call and tell them this is extremely important, all right?
You want to talk about it?
Marshall?
Chicken skin.
No, I'm not that hungry, T.
Good, because I'm not cooking.
Oh, shit. How did you know that I needed one of these?
Nigga, everybody can use one of these.
Let's just start from the beginning. Name, why you're here. For both our sakes. Make sure I don't get anything wrong.
All this is wrong, but I understand. My name is Ocean Williams. I'm the father of Franklin Saint, whose name you cannot use. But he sells rock cocaine.
Jesus. You okay?
I think we're in real trouble, T. The thing is, the source of all that cocaine is Reed Thompson for the CIA. Who's using the proceeds to fund an illegal war in Nicaragua. If I didn't pay, would it be the same? Would my every breath begin and end with just your name?
Tonight.
with scruff on his face, I don't. We just want to stop by and see how you usually do it. Well, we got these things down pretty good, I think. Figure you don't need the whole place, right?
No, 15, 20 max.
We'll get that area closed off, set aside for you, put out some snacks. Ain't too complicated. Usually take a little deposit. 200 maybe?
So sure.
Yeah.
Pay for your own time.
Bruise it. Finally putting you out to pasture.
Well, better than being taken behind the barn and shot, I guess.
It's right.
What does it say about the Chicago Police Department that you turkeys serve up the best coffee in the building?
Nothing but such.
I saw the flyer downstairs about Disco Bob's party.
Yeah, this weekend. No obligation.
Are you nuts? I don't go to those things. Years ago, when we were babies working at the 13th, your dad would show up for his shift, reciting your stats from your game the night before. Adam went 3 for 4 last night with a double and 2 RBI. Well, we should definitely keep doing that.
Adam went 3 for 4 last night with a hoagie and 2 beers.
Sacrifice pickle.
Some freedom of men. Thanks, boss. You didn't have to do that. You had your issues with him over the years. 30 years of service to the city. Chicago's 30 years of service. End of story. I appreciate it. What are we looking for dinner?
Let's go to that place on Clyde. What do you call it? Tonic pizza?
Tonic pie.
Oh, because there's so much stuff here.
It's a small side. It's right over your dad's house, where? I'll just run this inside and then we'll go pick up the kid. Okay?
You know what? Why don't you come in and see the old man? You'll be happy to see his face.
What?
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Have you told him about
All the times you broke my heart?
Good.
you protecting me from his dad?
No, I just figured if he was ever forced to make a choice, he'd pick you over me. I mean, that's the choice I would make. Pops, hope you're decent. Coming in with the girl. Dad. Hey, Dad. Dad.
Rob?
Honestly, what the hell is this?
Dad.
I thought it's fresh, Adam. You know anything?
I spoke to a neighbor. She said she saw 2 men pull up to the back of the house, white, possibly Hispanic. They entered, and they left about 20 minutes ago.
How's it start? Calling it.
It's just kid, my dad. You know, he's made some pretty crappy choices over the years. I don't know what happened in here, but there's a decent chance it was self-inflicted.
Maybe. But they're calling it.
5021 item. Go ahead, item. I need you to roll a crime lab to 221 North Oleander. Possible home invasion, possible kidnapping. Copy that. Whatever it was, we know what it is. We'll figure it out. Yes. What's your thoughts? Hey, I told you to get that van out of here.
Sergeant.
All right, everybody listen to me. The last thing Bob Rusev needs is his face on the evening news. That's how people get hurt. Send patrol away. Look at this as a 99 confidential on the OCD and the loop. That means this is all on us. All right, where are we?
Okay, we got a struggle inside the house. There's blood in the kitchen.
station, which leads to the back door.
Pretty clear my father left in a hurry. It wasn't his idea to do so. I mean, his car's here, the TV was on, his keys, his wallet, service revolver, his phone, which I just started going through. Password was his badge number, because I would have thought of that. Okay, anything so Doc? No, it's all just normal stuff. I mean, here I am texting him about the retirement party. Tuesday, 6:15. You don't deliver, it's over. It's restricted number. Any idea who might send something like that to you, man?
Jeff said that the footprints in the blood leading to the back door were made by somebody wearing socks.
So if this is what it seems, somebody grabbed him.
Didn't even give him a chance to put his shoes on.
I keep canvassing this block. Find some cameras, scrape together enough to get a bolo out on that car. Get one full scrub all of our 6 cases, top to bottom. Something like this happened to one of us. The first thing we think is related to a case somehow.
Right.
Then somebody's seeking information. So, yeah. I spent the last 20 years directing traffic at afternoon Sox games, not kicking indoors. I mean, I don't think Tim's gonna find anything there. He's still a police officer. And men spend a lot of time on rough streets. Homework.
Yeah, a lot about that.
Benny, we need to talk. Heard me out. What the hell is this? No, Adam, here, man. Not tonight. This is a cop up your ass. It's my father, Benny. What? I know you texted him. You told him to deliver. Where is he?
I swear.
Where is he?
Hey,
My dad?
no, I did not. No, I did not. Listen to me. You just take a breath. I will tell you exactly what happened, and you are not going to do anything bananas. Deal?
Tell me what happened.
Your cops, I am not going to lie, was in trouble with me. Bad.
Bad.
Like real bad. Truth is, you know it, I know it. He's the worst gambler I ever knew. Got to a hole and just kept digging deeper until I finally cut him off.
Benny, just tell me how much.
80 grand.
80 grand. Benny, how could you let it get that bad this time? I mean, if you say
Listen to me. I did not lay a finger on your father. And the reason is simple. He paid. All.
What are you talking about?
In cash.
No.
Walked in one night, grabbed it, walked out. I ain't seen him since.
Yeah, when's this?
A month ago. Dates in the ledger book. If you need it.
Sorry, Benny. You follow me?
Yes, yes. Look, you were clearly going through it when you saw that text at your dad's house. Wanted to make sure you weren't doing something extracurricular, just plain old stupid. Were you?
Yeah, that'd be fair to say.
And?
Well, it turns out a few weeks ago, my father paid down an 80 grand debt. A few hours ago, he couldn't put down a $200 deposit on a car. And now he's gone.
Okay. You know how I got the 80 grand?
No. I thought I knew what was going on. I don't.
You figured out.
Same restricted number. It's a video.
Okay, all right. But just tell me, we're having trouble here. These guys, Los Serranos, I don't need to tell you who they are. They got a
looked in OCD?
We got track and trace on Officer Lizard's phone, but so far nothing.
Okay, what's the latest on the scrub of this police group?
I'm into it, Sarge. There's just not a lot of meat on the bone.
Okay, so Sarge, this is the claimed territory of Los Tejanos, the Hispanic gang that's holding down Bob Wood.
So these guys are an umbrella gang, cartel connected. They got hundreds of foot soldiers, dozens of cliques. Each one is a silo. It's going to take some time to put a face to this.
Right, so they occupy the lower west side, the south loop, Marshall Square, but the heart of it happens right here in Philly.
So we got reason to believe these guys know what they're talking about. I mean, Los Tejanos was running unchecked for a long time. The last couple months, they've taken some hits. CPD's punched them in the face a few times, hit a couple of their stash houses and a couple bank accounts.
We're thinking that there has to be an informant on the inside. Snake.
Just got the blood work back from the scene, so some of the blood definitely belongs to Officer Ruzak. But the good news is most of it belongs to someone else, and we got a hit on colors. This is Hector Alvaro Santiago, date of birth 3/30/88. He's in the gang database. He's a known member of Los Tejanos. He's got an LK in Nelson, 539 South Alport.
Let's move.
Hands up! You walk towards me! What? Hands in the air, step towards me!
Bob Bruce.
I don't know who that is.
That is. I need you to hear me. Where is Bob Lucic? Tell me where he is. Officer Bob Lucic, your blood's all over his house. We need to know why. Why? I'll send him. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. Oh my God!
You and Hector were together for a year. That's a very long time, okay? It's a long time, but I need you to remember. I need you to think. Do you ever remember Hector using the name Bob Ruzek?
You keep saying that name. Who is that?
Tell me this. When's the last time you saw Hector before he got injured?
Yesterday morning. It was a regular day. Dropped him on my way to the clinic.
The clinic?
Already in family health. I'm a nurse. Got home from work and I found him bleeding.
Okay. You're a nurse and you didn't bring him to the hospital? Help me understand that.
He told me it was going to be up to me to save his life or not. I knew he was going to bleed out eventually. Begged him to go to the hospital. He wouldn't go.
You're a nurse, your man's bleeding out and he won't go to the hospital. That didn't strike you as odd? That didn't bring up any questions in your mind? Did you know that he was in a gang?
What?
Yes, Hector was in a gang. That's why he didn't want to go to the hospital. Because he knew that if he showed up in an ER bleeding out, someone like him was going to start getting asked questions that he didn't want to answer.
You lied.
No, he lied. Did you know anything about the man? Did you ask any questions at all?
Boy was right to do the scrub. Checked everything that your dad tried to access in the computer database, every keystroke, something there. 3 days ago, at the end of his shift, your dad logged into the gang database and accessed the list of documented members of Los Titanos. Your dad doesn't work. Gangs doesn't work with major crimes. There's no reason that he would need that information. But it doesn't end there, because once he has the names, he uses them to pull the field reports for the recent operations targeting the gang. And one of those reports mentions a CI goes by the code name Merlin.
Alright, but he doesn't know this Merlin, right? He said in the video.
Adam? He doesn't know who he is, but it's not for lack of trying. He tried to get Merlin's real name, but he's a criminal cop and he doesn't have security clearance.
Alright, I'm just going to take a look at this all. You trace his steps.
10-second video. They put a clock on it. They want the name of the snitch that's giving them trouble, and they want if I knew them all. So we work all night. We'll do whatever we gotta do. Boss, there's more. My father's been doing favors for this gang. At least he's been trying. I just retraced his steps, used the arrest database to find his way to the snitch, codenamed Merlin, and then he tried to find the snitch's real name. If that's true, it's complete betrayal of the badge, I know. But just because he tried doesn't mean he succeeded. His story of Disco Bob's life. He thinks you can do what he couldn't figure out with this Merlin. He's not wrong. I mean, we have higher clearance than patrol. I already got past the wall that he ran into. Merlin works for a DEA task force that investigates cartels, including Los Torontos. In the CI, he's indexed in over 30 cases. He is very good at what he does, whoever he is. Good, so you're me, right? What happens next? Find Merlin's real name, make the trade. So we make the trade. Your old man walks online. I mean, that's the hope, right? Merlin's dead. That's for sure. We're talking about trading one life for another. Well, one life is Merlin, who's a gang member. He's a rat. Boss, you don't get to the position that Merlin's in by living some clean life. Adam, you don't get to the position your father's in by leading a clean life. Do you? Boss. He's my father. I want to make the same trade for you. Every time. I'm gonna go to the task force. You stay out of this part. I'm taking him. All right. Adam, listen to me. Let me get that name. Because it's our best chance to find your father. On our own. Before the deadline. Without making that trade. Understand? We're not in the business of signing execution papers. These pricks want Merlin's name. And if we don't give it to them, they're gonna kill the Chicago cop tomorrow.
Oh, that's a real problem, sir. Who's that?
That's Merlin.
What? She claims that I'm Mossad, but she works for us. She's a gold mine.
She gets killed. That's 2 years of work up in smoke. We're talking cartel-connected gangs from here to St. Louis.
Look, we don't want that any more than you do. Our cops' life's on the line here, and we're hoping that you can meet us in the middle. How about instead of Merlin's name, you give us someone else's? The person who wants Merlin dead. Give us that name.
See, we'll use that information to find Bob Bruiser. We'll bring him in and protect your source.
Merlin's work has made one man's life a living hell. His name is Lucas Barella, date of birth 11/8/71. Barella's the juice man of the gang. His arm in the business is to launder money by issuing cash loans to desperate people at high interest rates.
That cops with gambling issue.
Yeah, it's like that.
Hey, remember, Lucas Barella's also a desperate man. His life's at stake here, too.
Yeah, so it was Barella's money houses that were hit by the cops, Barella's bank accounts that were frozen. We can thank Merlin for that. So the task force has wiretaps up, and we know that Barella's bosses have given him one more chance to get his house in order, or he's dead.
Sarge, the grand jury transcripts you had me pull for the squad. The guy who died, Hector Santiago, his cousin is Barella. Also his muscle, they were tight.
Hold on. Santiago's girlfriend told me she used to drop her off at some warehouse for work. On her way to, Arden Family Health. Arden Family Health.
Arden Family Health is on Bishop and 21st and Pilsen. So why don't we run all the warehouse between the clinic and Santiago's house?
Here, 19th and Aberdeen. Closed 3 years ago. Barella liquidated.
Got it. Barella's parents owned it before it went under. Name's still on the deed.
Draft liquidated.
source of odor in your home could be all your soft surface.
We've worked together a long time. I can anticipate what he's thinking, what he's going to do. Yeah, like a grammar norm. Elliot put his papers in. There was nothing I could do. Liv! Guess what? You organized crime crossover event tomorrow on NBC.
I don't pay.
Let's go.
2 broken ribs, some hypothermia. Go through hell. I will be fine.
That's good. You okay to put on some more clothes?
Close enough. I'll be out of here soon.
Thank you, Jim. Obviously. There he is. Thanks, son. Good time. You're gonna tell me everything so we can find Lucas Blue. Oh, the guy who took me? Yeah. Lucas Blue? Like you said, Blue's that what you're doing. You know exactly who he is. He arrested him 25 years ago. He got a reduced sentence in exchange for information. He worked for you. So you know exactly who Lucas' brother is, Dad. Talk to me. You're a good kid. Back then, I was the guy in charge. Bernal was a street rat. So over the years, you know, things changed. I stayed right where I was, but Borelli, he climbed to the top. That's what he paid off. Your dad with Betty and went to Berlin. Right? Yeah. 10% of them on your house. What the hell is wrong with you? You couldn't pay that off in a million years. What do you think?
I know. He knew. He knew when he gave me the loan. He knew when I couldn't pay him back. He had me over a barrel. I had a cop over a barrel. That's worth more than anybody.
So that's when he demanded that I find out the name of the snitch. And I came him short. I know. So time was up. And Varela and his guy, Hector Santiago, yeah, they came to the house. I fought like hell. I probably hurt that Santiago pretty bad too, but I couldn't get to my piece. Varela put a gun to my head. And that was it for me. He was ready, and I wasn't. And it broke. And then the only thing I could think of to save my life was sold out my own son. I told them that you were a cop, that you were a real cop, that you were a better cop than I ever was, and that you could find a name that stick. You should have just taken the bullet. I need to find Ricky.
Corral, we bring him in, we'll really be game by then. Is that a real question? It's just, all this crap comes out, it's ugly. My father's career, his pension. Adam, you gotta stop covering for him. You gotta start taking care of you. I am. The name Ruzik's gonna stay in this department. He's not gonna lock that around long after my dad is gone. All the people that matter, they know who you are. I'm asking. The answer's no. We've been down this road before with you, old man. I've done things we had to do. Yeah. And this is how he repays the favor. Gets in bed with a new drug dealer. Now you want me to just walk away? We gave it a shot. We're moving on. Lewinsky told me my dad in UFB. He was a dog cop. You think I'm not hearing you because of some beef I had with your old man 20 years ago? No. Let me tell you something. You do this to a cop, put a gun to his head, pull him from his home. You're not doing that to Disco Bob. You're doing it to the Chicago police. You understand? We're going to find Lucas Burrell. You can participate or not. And I will be watching to see what you choose. What are we here for, CS? I'm Deputy Tice House. So we're nowhere. Okay, the vehicle Burrell stole. You drove out. Touched. My safe houses, stash houses. Burrell's on the run. He's got to be somewhere.
God, you ever get a show and tell?
So we're nowhere.
Maybe not, Sarge. This is the last piece from the scribe I did for Bob Rusek's activity. This is the data from the chip in the stolen car. Every single one of these contains specific justifications to be called all except for this one. 2451 South May is in Pilsen. Exactly. Bob Rusek stopped there 5 times. Never called it in. It was off the books.
Hold on, you guys. 2451 South May. We got Gorilla in that stolen civilian car on a traffic cam, and he was a block away from there, headed in that direction.
shoot things.
Your team co-owner talked to me about your state of mind. And, I didn't see the shooting, but tell my version.
You didn't see it. So what was there to say?
Right.
It was a good shooting.
I hope so.
Yeah. What does that mean?
It means that I'm worried about you, okay? I'm worried. I have seen you going through some stuff lately. I know this.
Stop dancing around with me. Say what you're really thinking. Say it.
Security camera. House next door.
See, I told me he knew who I was. I wouldn't bring him in because my father already promised to let him go, and he ruined my father's career. He was a little bitch like my own man. He was wrong. He reached for his gun, and he was moving fast, so the first shots went around. Second and third shots went into his back. Exactly like you said, exactly as you reported by the tape. Let's go. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. So that he got out of the hospital yesterday. So thanks for asking, Sergeant.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that stuff you said about my old man coming in the shift talking about my little league games? Total BS. I made it up. That was a shtick. Couldn't be the real police, couldn't be the first guy through the door because he was a family man. And for his career, he had to be on for dinner in the stands for my games. Make it all up. It's like the bar making bad bets.
I knew you weren't that good at it.
No flash.
Yep.
I'm taking that over to the deputy suit.
How do you in a case like this, I got it. All it says is the truth. Officer Ruzick was abducted because the offender was under mistaken belief he knew the identity of the CI. Anything else? That will die with Lucas Burrell. That's the best news I've had all day.
sense in the moment. You have to see that.
I don't. After everything that you and I have been through, there just should have been something that held you back from the edge of assumption, some sort of guardrail that kept you from going over that ledge. I mean, if this situation is reversed, I'm you, you're me, and I run up on you, you're standing with Barella holding a gun. If I got close to the ledge, fine, I wouldn't go over. Not ever. I just... Because I know your heart. And I know that there's not a world in which you kill a man in cold blood, that you shoot him in the back as he's running away for what? Revenge? For your family name? Come on. And that's what you meant when you said, what did you do? And in that moment, I thought you'd know my heart. You're supposed to know.
I do know your heart. I do. And I am sorry.
It's just stopping by.
I don't understand. The people that have been before this had it coming, but this ain't. Accident. This shit don't fucking matter. Of course it does. No, it fucking don't. It does. Because the truth of the matter is.